Collections. Hi, I'm consumer protection attorney Bill Clanton, and I've helped hundreds of consumers, regular folks, deal with debt collection harassment, inaccurate credit reporting, and other consumer-related matters. ZenResolve is a debt collection outfit out of Phoenix, Arizona. They've been around since 2017. They've got a few BBB complaints and a few Consumer Financial Protection Bureau complaints, and looks like they've got about 4 lawsuits on file against them for violating the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. ZenResolve says that they are a modern collection agency. They use light touches to try to get people to pay. They communicate by text and email before they start making calls. And they're always very easy to get along with and always talk to a person. But what they say on their website indicates that they may have some other legal problems. So why is ZenResolve being sued under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act? Well, I looked at a couple of cases, and it looks like ZenResolve is taking bad debt and trying to collect it. On their website, ZenResolve says that they don't focus on a particular type of debt, they focus on a process of collecting debt. And that's apparent by the lawsuits against them. They're taking illegal debts and trying to collect them. Debts that are taken out that with illegal terms, usurious interest rates, and other bad debt, well, not necessarily bad debts, but other debts that are illegal, and trying to collect them. So ZenResolve, they're regulated by the FDCPA, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. The FDCPA says that a debt collector, a third-party debt collector, like ZenResolve, cannot harass, abuse, or threaten consumers, regular folks like me and you. ZenResolve cannot threaten to harm you physically. They cannot disclose your debt to a third party. ZenResolve cannot make misrepresentations about the debt, especially regarding the amount or the character or the legal status of the debt. If ZenResolve says that you're communicating with an attorney, then you must be communicating with an attorney, and that attorney must have some involvement in that communication. A lot of times, debt collection outfits will send out a letter that appears to be from a lawyer when it's not, and that's a violation of the FDCPA. If ZenResolve is reporting it on your credit report, they have to report it accurately, and if you dispute the debt, they have to report it on your credit report as disputed. Failing to do that is a violation of the FDCPA. ZenResolve cannot add fees or costs or interest or anything that's not provided for in the original contract to the debt. Now, ZenResolve, at the outset of their collections, has to give certain disclosures to you. These are found in Section G of the FDCPA. It's 1692G. This G notice has to come as part of the initial communication with you or within 5 days of the initial communication. It has to tell you the amount of the debt, the name of the current creditor. It has to give you notice about your right to dispute the debt, request verification of the debt, and request the name of the original creditor. ZenResolve says that they communicate by email, and courts have said that this notice can come by email, but it can't be hidden. It has to be obvious. So look for emails from ZenResolve that contain this notice. Debt collectors often tend to give their own interpretation of this notice, which may not be correct. It may not give you enough information. So it's important to save these communications so they can be looked at to see if you're given the proper notice. ZenResolve will also send follow-up emails and letters. It's important to save these because misrepresentations in the letters can be the basis of an FDCPA case as well. It's important also when you get these letters or emails to compare the amounts that appear in the emails and compare them to what's on your credit report. If the amounts are not the same, then there's a problem. ZenResolve is reporting a different amount than they're trying to collect. They may even give you a third amount over the phone. Any of these types of misrepresentations can be the basis of an FDCPA lawsuit. The Telephone Consumer Protection Act is another law that applies to ZenResolve. They say that they text people. So the TCPA covers calls and texts by automated autodialers or automated texting devices to cell phones. They have to have your permission. You have to give your permission in order to receive these types of calls. If they text you or call you to your cell phone without your permission, then they violated the Telephone Consumer Protection Act. And if you withdraw your permission, they have to stop calling and texting you. So the TCPA has some significant penalties. It's $500 per call or per violation of the act, and if you can show that the violation was made willfully or knowingly, then you can get up to $1,500 per call. Given the ability of these autodialers to call and text people very quickly, these penalties can add up very quickly. The third law that applies to ZenResolve is the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA. Under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, ZenResolve has to report information about you completely and accurately on your credit report. If their reporting is incomplete or inaccurate, then you have the right to dispute the reporting. If they fail to correct it after you dispute it, then you may have a case under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. How can this type of credit reporting damage you? Well, there are statutory damages under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and the Fair Credit Reporting Act also requires them to pay your attorney's fees with a successful case. But if ZenResolve is reporting inaccurate or incomplete information on your credit report, that can cause you to pay more for a mortgage or a car note, and cause you to be turned down for a credit card or other forms of credit. So these are the types of damages that the Fair Credit Reporting Act can compensate you for. Look, these are three powerful federal laws that protect you from ZenResolve. I want to put them to work for you. Dealing with debt collectors is no fun, but you can turn the tables on ZenResolve. I don't charge anything for a case evaluation. I don't get paid till the end of the case on a successful resolution of the case. If you're dealing with ZenResolve and you're ready to get them off your back, then give me a call. The number here is 210-226-0800. I look forward to talking to you, and thanks for watching this video.